My hair is crazy. Oh, goodness. I have had a heck of a week, y'all. This week has been ooh, quite crazy. Let's see if we have some people jumping on. I wonder, should I put my earphones in? See if y'all can hear me. Welcome in, whoever you are. Can't really see. When you come in, if you don't mind, please like in the live. It's kind of quiet in here tonight. I didn't even know that I was going to make it in tonight. It's been a week. It's been a week. That's all I can say is it's been a week. All right, let's start it off with an affirmation. Okay, so tonight we got 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Interesting. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So tonight's title, I didn't get a chance to put the thumbnail up. I think it was I'm happy just being me. Hey mama. I follow my dreams no matter what. Okay. So those are the two affirmations. So the scripture for tonight is 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And the affirmation is I follow my dreams no matter what. So tonight's topic is I'm happy doing me. I think it was doing me, not being me. So I felt like I needed to bring this message to the collective. Because we are in a time where, there's a lot going on. Okay. I know that those of you that are in America, you know, the war that we're in. So there's that going on. And then we have our everyday lives that are pulling us left, right, up, and down. There's that going on. Um, I think right now it's important to stay centered. It's real easy to get pulled to and fro. And it can rob you of your peace if you're not careful. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Am I the only one that's feeling like this? Did I, am I the only one that's feeling like this, or am I in company? um, I think it's important to be happy doing you. Hi, Johnny. Welcome in, love. Because when we seek outside sources for happiness, we basically cheat ourselves. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's not even fair to us. It's not fair to the other person to seek happiness in outside people, to seek happiness in outside sources. It's just not fair. So what we usually do here, we post our thoughts in the comments because I don't want to be the only person talking. So I'll share with you guys what's on my mind, and then you share with me what's on your mind. So what's on my mind when it comes to me being happy? Thank you, love. I just cut my hair off, y'all. Okay, I just cut my hair. I went back to natural, so it's like, yeah, it's crazy, but thank you. Toxic. So, what makes me be happy doing me is because number one, you said no, I'm not. Oh, okay. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, my mama's on here, okay, y'all. So, what makes me happy doing me is the fact that I know at the end of the day, happiness comes from within, right? And sometimes we can start to second guess ourselves. And I'm not saying that other people can make us second guess ourselves, but I'm not saying other people can't make us second guess ourselves. Okay. And we might find ourselves like, hi, lovely. Hi, Aubrey. Welcome in. I know you working, mama. It's okay. We might find ourselves start tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we'll get to telling ourselves, like, why they do me like that? And it's like they really didn't do you nothing. You was just looking for an outside source of happiness outside of yourself. And that's really a you thing, not a them thing. Now, it's not to let people off the hook for when they do stuff and say stuff that they know they ain't got no business doing and saying. But we have to be cognizant of the power that we give others over our own, what's supposed to be internal and personal happiness. Okay. So, like I said, I didn't get a chance to put the thumbnail up. Thank you. We can collab one day, Aubrey. I am just getting this channel started. So this channel is for like all things self-improvement, self-empowerment. We talk about making money over here. I'm gonna start promoting. Thank you. You just full, yeah, Aubrey is just full of compliments. No, I'm not gay, turtle. I am not gay. I am definitely hetero. But yeah, so we talk about all things money, all things self-improvement. We talk about love, but we mostly talk about self. Okay, because I think in the time that we're living in, there's a lot of podcasts that talk about relationships. Thank you. You're beautiful too. I don't have to see your picture to know that. I can feel your spirit through your messages. So I appreciate that. Um, I think with all of these different podcasts that talk about like relationships and love and all of that different type of stuff, we can kind of like get carried away. And at the end of the day, y'all, we only have control over ourselves. We only have control over our own happiness. And the way that we attract, okay, the way that we attract the love that we seek or the companionship that we seek or the friendships that we seek is if we have already done the internal work. What age group would I collaborate with? I mean, I'm an oldie but goodie. I'm 40. So I'm not opposed to an age group. Like I would just rather not, I wouldn't say rather not. Maybe like mid-20s to my age range because I feel like 11. Is this happening again, Aubrey? Now I had somebody come in here one night named Chris, and he was talking about he was 10. Y'all don't come on my page playing. Okay? Don't come on my page playing now. I don't want kids in here. And I always put not for kids. Not because we have such adult content, but because I ain't got time to be finagling with nobody kids. Okay? So 11, come on now. Aubrey, say 13. I don't know where you're at. If you're on the East Coast, you need to be in bed. And if you're in the Central, you need to be getting ready for that. Okay. So back to what I was saying, talking about happiness. Happiness comes from within, and we need to be careful not to give that type of power to an outside person. So, little bit of story time. I know people on the internet love story times. I'm not about to tell y'all my business though. But what I am going to say is this. It is so important. It's so important to govern the mind and to focus on doing the internal work. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. I don't know who I have. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm dropping stuff. I don't know who I have on here that are people who have a strong belief system. Okay, I have a strong belief system. Okay, I believe in God, the supreme creator. Okay, I do. I believe he's the creator of all things, of everybody. Now, different people believe in different things, and I'm not going to judge. And I just ask that in return, you don't judge me. But I also believe that with that being said, the creator gave a piece of himself into each one of us. And it is our duty as lights, because that's what we are. That's a whole deep topic we'll get into on another day. We're all lights, okay? It's our duty as lights to do our part. And part of doing our part is to know that we make things happen. And it starts with our minds and it starts with our spirits. And that is our responsibility, y'all. That's our responsibility. Now, I'm not going to say that we don't reach each other and we don't teach each other and that we don't swap energy and that sometimes when somebody's vibration is low, we bring a high vibration and vice versa. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's our duty as lights here on earth in order to do our part. It's our duty to do our part, I should say. So, with that being said, I want everybody to really think about what happiness is to them. Because what happiness is to me might not be what happiness is to you. What happiness is to my cousin might not be what happiness is to my coworker. That may look different for different people. Now, right and wrong is always going to be right and wrong. We all know it's wrong to be mean to others. We all know it's right to be kind to others. We all know it's a time and a place, and there's a reaction for every action. So there's certain things that are like black and white, objective, and then there are certain things that are subjective. Okay, happiness is subjective. Now, as long as what makes you happy does not infringe or harm the next person's happiness and existence here as a light, then you're good. If it does infringe or harm somebody else's, then you need to check your happiness because your happiness is not right because it's wrong. So a little bit of story time. I would say this year for me has been all about love. And let me tell y'all what I mean by love. I did a segment about a few weeks ago where we talked about love versus lust. Okay. So what I kind of the point that I was kind of focusing on that segment was that in order to know the difference between love and lust, you need to ask yourself, does this person or does this thing or does this action or does this habit take from me or does it give to me? Love gives first, lust takes away. So, what I'm starting to learn about Antoinette myself is that I find a lot of happiness in myself when I am able to give. Now that may look like different type of giving because giving could be giving an encouraging word. Giving could be giving somebody on the street some money so that they could have some substance for the day. Giving could be just like giving a hug to somebody that looks like they need it. Giving can look different. But I'm finding that I feel fulfilled as a giver. Now, that can be turned toxic because what happens is when you give, sometimes you look around and you think, dang, ain't nobody giving to me. So you kind of feel like you're being depleted, right? And I'm learning this about myself. I'm learning this about, all right, Tony. My name is Antoinette, but everybody call me Tony. All right, Tony. You said you want to be a giver and that's what make you happy. Now you can't flip flop now. Can't flip flop. What is it that you're looking for? So right now, what I've been focusing on this last month is like, okay, how can we find a balance? How can we find a balance in giving and receiving? Because it can't just be one way or the other way. It's got to be a balance, right? So the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because what I'm going through trying to learn what actually can create my happiness it's something totally different from each of you guys that are watching this right now, and those of you that are going to see it in the future. But whatever it is, I want us all to focus on being happy doing me, whatever that means for whoever the me is. Because when a person is happy, they tend to project that out into the world. Correct. I agree, David. Oh, I love your name is David. Um, that's my papa's name. So yes, I agree. Because sometimes when we give and we want to give back, you're right. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It doesn't even have to be the same amount, right? Hey girl, hey Mari. Thanks for joining. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be the same thing that you receive. It doesn't have to be the same amount, you know what I'm saying, of what you think you receive. And it can be really fulfilling just giving. Sometimes giving makes you feel like you've received, but we got to make sure that there's a balance because we may start, and I say we, maybe y'all don't have this problem, but we may start to like let resentment build up. And when you really think about it, it's like that person didn't ask you to do all that. You did all that on your own. So you got to check your intentions. You got to check what really is fulfilling for you and what's going to be genuine, right? Like, because when we give, we want to make sure we're genuine. We want to make sure that we're not giving from a place of, okay, I'm giving to get something back. Because in my opinion, that's not genuine. And in my opinion, that's not love. Love is unconditional. That's not to say I roll over and let you drive over me back and forth with a semi truck. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying we give from a place like I'm not expecting nothing back. I just see a need and I'm gonna fill it because I can. That's genuine love. So I'm gonna let y'all sit on that. David participated. Y'all come in the comments and let me know what type of inner work that you're doing for your own happiness. And like really, and if you don't want to share on the panel, you don't have to. But what do you personally think? Like, what goes into you deciding, you know what? I'm happy doing me. Hi, Kale Croft. You said, all right, ladies, who wants me? You know what? Look, because too many kids be coming up in here. Too many kids be coming up in here, and I ain't got time. Y'all, I'm gonna pull an affirmation while y'all getting y'all stuff. Make sure you don't have an underlying moment. An underlying motive. Sorry, not moment. Correct. Because it's not genuine. 18, sweetheart, you young enough to be my child. This is not the life for you. Why does YouTube, why y'all think I'm a matchmaker over here? Sir, sir, young man. I shouldn't even say sir. It's a young man. My son will be 18. I don't know what they say and don't care what they say. My child will be 18 in August. So there will be nothing besides that I could be your mama. And your mama ain't gonna try to fight me. I don't, we don't do that. We don't, Kale, I'm sure you a handsome young man, but this ain't the place for that, sweetheart. We talking about uplifting and self-empowerment over here. We not talking about playing no matchmaker. Wrong live, baby. Um, I want y'all to really think about what work you can do in order to like truly be able to say that and mean that. And if you're already there, please do share. Please do share tip. You ain't gotta take business, but please share. Who called you handsome? Somebody called you handsome? We're gonna be kind to you over here, but We not gonna play with nobody cheering. Not tonight, not ever. I'm still doing the work, y'all. I'm still trying to figure out day by day. I'm still learning myself. When you hit 40, you really start reflecting. You really start reflecting about life and about how far you've come and about how much you've been blessed with. And it's like, man, like, okay, what is this next milestone or this next decade gonna bring me, y'all? Because this is the type I am, and this is probably my problem. I'm a forward thinker, I'm an overthinker. I turned 40 last year, I'll be 41 this year, and I'm already thinking about 50. Like, I'm already thinking about, okay, so these next 9 years, what am I gonna accomplish? Because when I get 50, I want boom, boom, boom. That's just me. Now, not everybody think like that. Yeah, we staying on topic, Kel. And you 18, you grown, you could be up in here, but we talk about happiness and how to stay happy and how to get to happiness to do the inner work. We ain't talking about people being handsome. We own the internet. We can't see you if you handsome no how. I wish I had got a thumbnail up, y'all. I feel bad. Right, a baby adult. Heavy on the baby. And I would say this. I hope that draft that I saw on Instagram, I hope that was a joke. Because I'm not feeling the draft. I have a son that's about to be 18. I'm not feeling that draft at all. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm not feeling it, me personally. Yeah, I think one of the things that's important, like when we're talking about the podcast, when we're talking about the internet, when we're talking about this attack, because that's what it is, it's an attack. It's an attack on relationships, it's an attack on marriage, it's an attack on union. I think it comes from people really forgetting where their happiness comes from. Like you said, inner peace and general growth. I do too. Inner peace and general growth. I work on that too. Um, I think in order to be able to connect in any type of way and keep a lasting connection, right? And this is friendships included, you have to have, or at least you have to be able to come back to that inner part of you that's at peace, and full acceptance of who you are. That's the word I'm looking for. Because without that, it's always going to be like this constant run in with people. You know, you have people that's just like, I cut anybody off. My cutoff game is hard and all this stuff. It's like, baby, why are you keep running into people that you need to cut off? There's something about the inner you that needs to find peace. And that's just my personal opinion. Now, I get it. People that skip around jobs, you might have run-ins, but like people that's not, yo people, I get all of that. But when I hear people talking about they cut off game this and they cut off game that, I just be thinking like, you ain't got no inner peace. Because what you need to cut people off that often for. You shouldn't have to cut people off that often. Now, in dating, maybe. But in life in general, probably not. There needs to be some type of inner growth that needs to be happening. In my opinion. That's just my humble opinion, y'all. In relationships, I think relationships would grow more and they would stay together more if people would work on themselves first instead of trying to connect. And I think a lot of times we as people fall for the okey doke of looking for happiness from somebody else or from some other type of source. It ain't even got to be a person. You know how many times people done said like money can't, what is it, money can't buy happiness, and people like, shoot, yes it can. Now I will say this, money can alleviate certain levels of stress that can probably open up the doors of opportunity for easier happiness. But money can't buy happiness. A grouchy person will still be grouchy with money. I'm a firm believer of that. Cannot find happiness outside of self unless it's with God, the creator. When we struggle to find happiness within ourselves, we can go to God as the source to try to get that guidance and get that reverence to try to build up happiness in ourselves. Other than that, and even then, that's not really external because there's a piece of the creator in us. So even that doesn't count. It's external, in my opinion. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all can tell me if y'all have a difference of opinion, but that's just how I feel. I feel like there is like a different, this gonna sound childish, Mario coin that's unlocked in life when you have found true happiness within self. When you can really sit back in your couch or in your bed, rubbing your feet together and say, you know what? I'm happy doing me. I'm happy just being here with me. Lord, if you don't send me no more blessings, if I don't get the knight in shining armor, or for the fellas, if I don't get the princess, I'm happy doing me. That's a whole nother realm. Like that's a whole nother level unlocked. Because there's a lot of people masquerading as that, but they really don't have that. They don't. And it's manifested in their life. We're not gonna pick on people, but I'm just saying. A lot of the stuff we see on TV, a lot of the fights, a lot of the videos of females portraying themselves as something that is like less than their worth, less than regalness, is because it's something going in here. It's something going on wrong up in here. Something up in here ain't right. Because if you are if your light shines on the inside, then it's gonna shine on the outside in some kind of way. And everybody got bad days. Nobody is perfect. Nobody just wakes up and they're bubbly, chubbly 365. No. But the overall you, the you that's you on most of the days, the people you come in contact with, co-workers, family, friends, kids, husband, wife, boyfriend, fiance, whatever, they know, okay, they having an off day because that's not them. That that main you that the world sees, that is a billboard for your inner work to me. I don't know about y'all, but my goal is to be happy just being me. And I want the people around me to also be happy just being them. I feel like that's the foundation for healthy friendships, healthy relationships. It's the foundation for everything. It's the foundation for us being able to love each other freely without guilt, without conditions, without ultimatums, without motives. Everything just flows so much more freely when we work on our inner self. And that's why I want this channel to be more about us working on our inner self. Yeah, we're gonna talk about relationships. Yeah, we're gonna talk about money. We're gonna talk about love. Money too. Money don't want to find no grouchy person. Ain't nobody mean and nasty attracted money except Uncle Scrooge, and he was a cartoon character. Happiness unlocks abundance too. It's not the other way around. We don't get abundance and then become happy. We become happy and then unlock abundance. Y'all tell me if y'all disagree. Look at what this affirmation says. It says, I'm not a sunrise. I'm the sun. I'm trying to tell y'all we lights. I bring my dreams to life. Y'all think I'm lying? Try it. Do the inner work. Work on being happiness from within and watch how your life change. Watch how your life blossoms. Y'all quiet bunch tonight. The numbers is dropping. Y'all just as tired as me tonight. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Y'all don't understand the week I've had. The week I've had has been horrendous. Okay. It would take some inner happiness to get through this week because it's been horrendous. How y'all week been? Whoever is watching. Y'all dropping off on me. Y'all need to share these videos, okay? Y'all need to share these videos and get our community up. Share these videos and get our community up, y'all. Y'all don't make me quit YouTube. Don't make me quit YouTube and give it up. But I already can't get on crazy long. I know. I already can't get on TikTok. TikTok, they doing too much over there. I don't want to get in my right eyeball in order to get a little 25-cent check. You said no. My week has been horrible. But God is good all the time. But my week been horrible. My week has not been godly. Woo, to say the least. But you know what? It's okay. That's why I got to get Mama shipment out. Because when I say this week has been... if there was ever a time for me to eat a gummy, it would have been this week. The whole gummy. No. Just say a prayer. But you know what? In all seriousness, right, girl, if I do, I'll be through. I would be through. Do you hear me? Because last time I tried that, I thought I was going to beat my pawpaw. Literally. Can't have that. I mean, I want to see him again, but not under those circumstances. But yeah. It's okay. Thank you. I cut my hair. Like I cut it. It was straight. It was real cute. But you know, out here in Texas, it's not gonna stay straight. So like, yeah, if I straightened it out, it would be like it's short. It's like a bob. But I love it. I love it in the curly state. Being like the bob, like, yeah, I love it. I think I'm gonna keep it short for a little while. I still ain't made my no curl to mo curl. I have not made my no curl mo curl. So I don't think we're gonna make it to an hour tonight because it's looking like the YouTube streets is dead. That's cool. Everybody can catch it on the playback. So I'm gonna get one extra affirmation to take us home. Ba-da-ba-bam. Let's see what we got. I know exactly what to do to achieve success. So I'm going to leave y'all on that note. I know exactly what to do to achieve success. For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. I'm going to call you. So y'all take that with you. Okay. Believe in yourself. Be happy with self. Because that's where it starts. You are the source. You are the light. And yeah, that's the message I have for y'all tonight. This one is going to be a short one. Next week, I don't know. I want y'all to pick the topic next week. We can talk about money. I want you guys to stay tuned because I'm going to be promoting my new website. We're going to like do some investing together and start making some passive income as soon as 30 days. So I'm going to need y'all to stay locked and loaded. If you guys want to make money in your sleep, this is the place that you need to be. If you see this, go ahead and subscribe so that we can go ahead and get that. Rethinking old relationships. Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm not rethinking no old relationships. I'm done with all of that. I just want what's in front of me, forgetting those things was behind me, and pressing towards the mark for the high calling. That's what I'm on, Apostle Paul. That's what I'm on. So yeah, y'all, if you're watching this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, okay? Because we talk about everything from love to self-empowerment to making money in our sleep on this channel, okay? I love each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having a splendid week. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next Thursday as always. All right, y'all. Love.